can't play that fast. I'm going incognito. We had a request for a love song, so Mike and Tracy are going to sing one. This one's entitled Sal Got a Meatskin. Now, some of you may not know what a meatskin is. We didn't know either when we first recorded the song, but we did a little research. And a meatskin is a little skin of meat that they hang up on the side of a cabin somewhere way back in the hills. They use it for greasing a pan and cooking, and they say it's got folk medicine uses. If you got a bad leg, you slap that meatskin on the bad leg, and it draws the pain out. That's what it said in the book. And it was written, and so I believe it. Of course, we did a little extra research and wrote to the person who recorded the song, Mr. Cliff Carlisle, to ask what they had in mind when they recorded it back in the 30s. And according to them, what they had in mind was that Meatskin is a maidenhead. Now, I'm not sure which it was, but you can listen and with your discerning ears might be able to tell who was telling the truth in this lovely love song. Are you ready? Are you in tune?
Yes, I think we're going to do the local version of the song, which is entitled To Sal Had a Meatskin.
Well, some jokes don't stay. They worked pretty good in the 50s. What the hell's the matter with it now? Heavy case of nostalgia. Mistaken nostalgia. Folks, what's the matter? Your father's and mother's left you.
I just brought him off on the record.
Let's see.
Meatskin hid away. Sal's got a meatskin hid away. Gonna get a meatskin someday. Sal's got a meatskin, don't you know? Sal's got a meatskin, don't you know? Sal's got a meatskin, don't you know? Old Aunt Liza told me so. Sal's sailing on the sea. Sal's sailing on the sea. Sal is sailing on the sea. Sal's got a meatskin waiting for me. Sal's got a meatskin hid away. Sal's got a meatskin hid away. Sal's got a meatskin hid away. Gonna get a meatskin someday. I love my Sally more and more. I love my Sally more and more. I love my Sally more and more. Sal's got a meat skin, don't you know? I went to see my Sally Gray, went to see my Sally Gray, went to see my Sally Gray, found out Sally's gone away. Sal got a meat skin on away, Sal's got a meat skin hid away, Sal's got a meat skin hid away, gonna get a meat skin someday. My Sally Gray, I reckon I love my Sally Gray, I reckon I love my Sally Gray, I reckon my Sally's gone away. Sal got a meat skin hid away, Sal's got a meat skin hid away, Sal's got a meat skin hid away, gonna get a meat skin someday.
Take the guitar, you get the chord game.
If you all want the words to that song, you can get them in a Sing Out magazine. It's been printed in there somewhere in the past 25 years. Sing Out magazine has all the words to all the songs. And if you want to get a subscription to that magazine, they're selling it here. And that's where we learned the song. They transcribed it off of our record and put it in the magazine, and we got the magazine and learned the song. And that's the way to do things. Tracy, what are you going to do?
I'm going to sit down. I can't take it standing up anymore.
Well,
You folks, I'm getting kind of old now. It's a little hard to say what's on my mind. Bring it out so that it comes out in the same language, but if you'll bear with me, you'll understand sooner or later. Now, I've got a machine here that was made down in Eunice, Louisiana by Mr. Mark Savoy. And he put it in a cardboard box, and on the top of the box said, "Protect from heat." And he crossed out heat, and he wrote in the word Cajuns. And that's the truth. So I'm going to give you a long explanation now about this accordion, because we got to get it in tune. This is called a French accordion. They're made in Germany. But somehow or another, and I can't tell you exactly how yet, they got into Cajun country. And the books say they got in with the German immigrants. But seeing as how the people all down there spoke French, I haven't got that one straightened out yet. At any rate, they got down there, and instead of playing Mussy Den or things like that, the Cajuns typically started playing Cajun songs on them. And they did a pretty good job of working it out.
Just think of how barren the musicological world would be if we didn't have to tune.
I don't have to tune.
I said if we didn't have to tune.
Unless I have a file. It's the only time when anything takes precedence over the auto harp.
I guess we can blame it all on the Germans.
It's an accordion in C. It's got C or G, one or the other. Don't ask for A or B, because it's got C or G, and that's it. When you push it, you've got C. When you pull it, you've got G. Now, when you're playing in the key of G, which we're going to do now, only way you can get a G note on the right hand is to push it. So that means you're going to get a C chord on the left hand. And, well, good friend Mike McClellan wrote a little instruction booklet, and he said in there, he said, just grin, just grit and grin and bear it, and after a while it sounds good.
So everybody try that now.
He's right. He's absolutely right. Well, we're going to play a little bit of a tune that learned from the music of the Balfour Brothers. Oh Madelan. We're going to play it about noon.
Thank you, thank you. We've enjoyed playing for you, and we'll see you again tomorrow. It looks to me like we've got a lot of good musicians here and a lot of people to listen to music. Maybe somebody ought to start a few more festivals. Seems like there's plenty of music and plenty of listeners to go around. How about that? But especially to give a real strong hand to Carl Goldstein, Mike Hudak, Earl, everybody who's made this festival possible. How about that?
And for our last song, we'd like to plug a record. It's the Highwoods' latest record. Here's the song. The name of the song and the name of the album is Dance All Night with a Bottle in Your Hand. And we learned this song right off the record, like we always do. We always learn songs right off records, and we learned this right off their record and do it exactly like they do it.
This reminds me a little bit of the McGee Brothers and Uncle Dave Macon. And Uncle Dave Macon would carry McGee Brothers around as his warm-up act. They would tell all his jokes and sing all his songs before he'd come on stage, and then when he came on, everything would go flat. Well, we're going to do a tribute album to the Highwoods right now, and
this is their version of Dance All Night with a Bottle in Your Hand. You got a long strap on this, Tracy. I'm going to fall over.
Yeah.
Where am I going to sing if you take it?
Oh, all right.
I'll take one
I
of
thought
these
you
up.
had 3 of your own there.
There's a spider. Little spider coming down. All right, here's a song called I've Enjoyed As Much of This As I Can Stand.
They said that's not the way it goes. Come back and do it right. I don't know what it'll be. Run Mountain? Orange Blossom what?
Liza Jane would be nice.
You want to do Liza Jane?
Yeah.
The same thing.
Here's the same song with a different name. They wanted to hear Liza Jane. Anything named Liza Jane is the same song. Now look at it. Since you heard the last one, this is pretty much the same. And it'll help us along, and you too, if you'll not leave me there hanging in the air going, whoop, hoping that an owl will answer, because there ain't no owl tonight. But you all can hoop and holler, I hope. Yeah, louder than that, you know, like back and forth. Yoo-hoo! Yeah, that's it. Okay, so there'll be plenty of opportunity, I think. I tell you, let's do Saddle Up the Gray. That has a lot of hooping. Oh, they're leaving.
Is that the final word?
That's the next word, yeah. Where are you going? Well, they all each have a fiddle for each key. They have to change fiddles.
Where's that one go?
Saddle up the gray, better get away. Ain't gonna get no supper here today. Pass around the jug and blow out light. Ain't gonna get no dinner here tonight. Ride enough to go down to leave the street. Ain't gonna be back middle of the week. Pass around the jug and blow out light. Ain't gonna get no supper here tonight. Pass around the jug and the white light. Ain't gonna get no supper here tonight.
Johnny McKee, your folks are leaving. Go to the table. That's the first verse.
Now to close the festivities, let's bring out the New Law City Ramblers. Bringing up the rear. I'm told to swap this mic and this mic.
All right.
Yeah. And bring number one. Number one is second. Good.
I think it's a little bit easier to lower the microphone down. Really, we need to put the boom over here. How about that? Alrighty, let's see. Put my cape on my picks and change the tune. Where are you going to play? I'm going to stay up for this song.
Well, we'd like to start out the program today. We're going to run through a fiddle tune here. It's an old traditional fiddle tune that I wrote in 1964 called Fishing Creek Blues.
You want a mic?
We have to get the bait first. Well, really fishing for that one, wasn't it? Seeing as how it's been about half a century since we played it, we have to remember first.
I was thinking before that all the different music at this festival, which has been such a great explosion of sound and good feeling and so forth, it used to be back in the days of like Newport Folk Festival and way back in those dark, dismal days, all this music would be put on one workshop and categorized as that kind of music, you know. And you hear 3 songs and that was it. And you know, like over these days we've heard just so many varieties within it, and it's just a great feeling. I guess you're all as full of it and exhausted as we are, but we'll do what's left. Here's one of the songs from those days. The only way we could get out of this rut was to sing something topical, a song that had a topic, and this is one of them. Forget the tune.
Yeah, this song has been topical, unfortunately, for quite a while. It isn't right now anymore. It's history now. Hope it stays that way.
It's called The Battleship of Maine, and here's how it goes.
finally called for volunteers, and then I got my gun. First Spaniard I saw coming, I dropped my gun and run. I was fighting about that battleship of Maine. Now why are you running? Are you afraid to die? The reason I am running is because I cannot fly. It was all about that battleship of Maine. At war with that great nation, Spain, 1898. When I get back to Spain, I'm gonna honor my name. It was all about that battleship of Maine. Well, the blood, it was a-running, and I was running too. I give my feet good exercise, I had nothing else to do. It was all about that battleship Maine. Now when they was a-chasing me, I fell down on my knees. First thing I cast my eyes upon was a great big pot of peas. All about that battleship in Maine. At war with that great nation Spain. When I get back to Spain, I'm gonna honor my name. It is all about that battleship in Maine. Tell me, what kind of shoes do the Rough Riders wear? Buttons on the sides cost 5.50 a pair. It was all about that battleship Maine. And what kind of shoes do the old farmers wear? All broke down, they cost $1 a pair. It was all about that battleship Maine. At war with that great nation Spain. When I get back to Spain, I'm gonna honor my name. It was all about that battleship Maine. Here's a song that we learned from one of the old-time bands called Dr. Smith's Champion Horsehair Pullers, a band of fiddlers. There were some great names back in those days. Of course, you've heard a lot of them already, but around New York, when we started playing this kind of music, then there'd be names like bands like, one was the New York Public Library, and some guys in Brooklyn called themselves the Kings County Outpatients. I don't know what they had in mind, but this one is called Going Down the River, and like I said, we learned it from Dr. Smith's Champion Horsehair Pullers. Here comes
Strawberry Alarm Clock.
Strawberry Alarm Clock. What?
Can you play that a little bit flat? I'll try to keep from going.
I just tuned this up. Huh?
I'll try not to choke it too much. Guess I better invest another $6 and buy another mouth harp. That's pretty bad. I think we ought to do a Carter Family song.
Let's do this. With back.
Okay, I won't play on the chorus part, the high part.
Not while you're singing, no.
I had a wife, she was a weaver. She wouldn't weave and I wouldn't either. I had a wife, she was a Quaker. She wouldn't work and the devil couldn't make her.
Couldn't make her work.
Girl, if you don't give me dinner, build me a boat and I'll sail down the river. Sail down the river. boat begin to rock and I begin to quiver. Oh, little girl, I'm a-going down the river. Goodbye, wife, goodbye, baby, goodbye, biscuits, soft and gravy. When I get away, I'll write no letters, but I'll come back when I get a little better. Coon Creek's up and Coon Creek's muddy. I'm so drunk I can't stand steady. Can't rhyme too good.
West of the country.
When first to this country a stranger I came, I courted a fair maid and Nancy was her name. I courted her for love and her love I didn't obtain. Do you think I've any reason or right to complain? I rode to see my Nancy, I rode both day and night. I courted dearest Nancy, my own heart's true delight. I rode to see my Nancy, I rode both day and night, till I stole a fine gray horse from Captain William White. The sheriff's men had followed and overtaken me. They carted me away to the penitentiary. They opened up the door and then they shoved me in. They cleared off my head and they shaved off my chin. They beat me and they banged me and fed me on white beans, till I wished to my own soul I'd never been a thief. With my hands in my pockets and my cap set on so bold, with my coat of many colors like Jacob's of old.
It's a tune I'd like to play on the banjo for you. And I don't know, one of the most amazing things about this festival is if you're not here, you're out there and there's just even more music going out there, just people sitting around, and this is kind of the formal report on that music. But I've noticed a lot of people who stay here, they do that because they want to hear all these new sounds, and they don't know quite what to do out there because everybody's busy playing fiddles. And so I thought that I wanted to just leave you with something to do when there's everybody playing fiddle and you're just left outside. If you don't play the fiddle, that is. There's something to do. And I'll play a banjo tune, and I'd like you to clap along, but it's not this kind of clapping. That doesn't do any good, and foot stomping does no good. What it really is just this. You got to put yourself into it. This music is not, you know, just to listen to. You've got to do something. If you can't do something with it, well, you know, you could be watching television and change the channel. So if you'd like to join in, it really feels nice, and for all of us too. It's not loud, but it gets the blood circulating, especially in your face. Mike apparently has been working on the same tune. I've never heard him play it, but we'll get it. Called Twin Sisters. I learned it from a man named Sid Myers down in Hillsville, Virginia. He's dead, but the tune goes on. Oops. See if I'm... So remember, if you're going to do something, tap or clap or walk around. Tracy? Yeah, well, I just want to sit here for a while. That was nice.
Well, it fits a conglomeration like this one here for me to get up here and sing a song like the one I'm going to sing right now. Because it works better with three people than just with one person, although I imagine it got its start with people playing by themselves. This works best really with a string band like this. Now the title of the song is I've Always Been a Rambler. For those of you who are interested in historical accuracy, I always add at least since 1962. Which does not always meet with instant reaction. Alrighty, there is something in there. A G.B. Grayson and Henry Witter song, I've Always Been a Rambler.
quite hard. I always loved the women, drink whiskey and play cards. My parents treated me kindly as they had no boy but me. My mind was bent on rambling, at home I couldn't agree. There was a wealthy farmer that lived in the country by. He had one handsome daughter on whom I cast a eye. She was so tall and handsome, so pretty and so fair. There ain't one girl in the wide world with her I could compare. So I asked if it made any difference if I crossed over the plain. She said it made no difference till you return again. She said that she'd prove true to me until I proved unkind. So I shook hands and I parted with the girl I left behind. I left old North Carolina to marry and I did go. Went on to Johnson City, gonna see this wild world on. We're working money are plentiful and the women treated me kind. Still the only object of my heart was the girl I left behind. I rambled out one evening down on the public square. The man had just arrived and a postboy met me there. He handed me a letter that gave me to understand. The girl I left Carolina had married another man. I read a few lines further till I found out it was true. My heart was filled with trouble, I didn't know what to do. My heart was filled with trouble, and trouble's on my mind. I'm going to drink and gamble for the girl I left behind.
Want to do Stones? Which one of these things is... Number 4 is off. Okay. Number squeaking is off. This is the squeaker. Okay. Why don't you get your mandolin? Tracy, we'll do Stones.
Well, the result of the conference is that Mike's going to strap on his medieval torture machine there, which is known commonly as a rack. Not a wreck, but a rack. And in it goes a harmonica, holds the auto harp. The object is to proceed and successfully complete a tune called Stone's Rack.
I got to get harnessed up here.
This is known as the Brandywine.
You folks sure do know good stuff when you hear it. What was that called? That was Get Off the Cook Stove, Grandma, you're too old to ride the range. No, Stone's Rag. Stone Rag. We learned that out in California in 1968. Y'all, I'll have to tune to you. Oh, yeah, let's sit down.
Boy, you don't know what you're in for.
Neither do we.
This is going to be incredible. It's called Blues in a Bottle. Learned this from Prince Albert Hunt's Texas Ramblers and Mance Lipscomb. Good company. Let's see, I got to get in tune here, you guys. Or out of tune, actually. More. How about an A? I don't know what, I can't transpose in my mind.
Okay, I don't know where you're at.
Give me an
I don't
A.
know where I'm at.
Give me an A. Well, let's see. Perfect. Okay, this is funk. Who's in a bottle? Who's in a bottle? Stop pulling my hand, pretty mama. Who's in a bottle? Stop pulling my hand. If you wanna be my woman, got to come under my command. Tell me, baby, where did you stay last night, doggone you? Tell me, baby, where did you stay last night? You come home this morning, clothed in the bed you right. She told me, daddy, don't you raise no cent, doggone you. She said, daddy, don't you raise no cent. I don't ask about no woman, don't you ask about my man. The rooster chews tobacco, the hen uses snuff, pretty mama. The rooster chews tobacco and the hen uses snuff. The little chickens don't use nothing but they strut their stuff. Ask my baby, could she stand to see me cry? Oh yeah. Ask my baby, could she stand to see me cry? She said, oh yes, sweet daddy, I can stand to see you die. Bluegrass.
Bluegrass on there.
Oh, yeah. Snakes back in the case.
Well, people from time to time ask us if we do bluegrass. We answer by doing numbers like the next two we're going to do, which are kind of, well, I guess these days we're beginning to call it traditional bluegrass as opposed to progressive.
Come on, you tender-hearted. Get really into the graveyard here. Job of feedback. Place it at the speakers. My darling wandered far away while she was out at play. Lost in the woods, she couldn't hear a sound. She was a darling girl, the sweetest thing in all the world. We searched for her, but she couldn't be found. I heard the screams of a little girl far away. Hurry, Daddy, there's an awful, dreadful snake. I ran as fast as I could through the dark and hairy wood, but I reached the garden good too late.
Okay, we'd like to do another one now, which kind of picks up in speed quite a bit. And, well, to tell the truth, it's being used as a substitute. Now, I had a request to do a number called The Love of Polly and Jack Monroe, and I can't get my roll together. So, as a result, I'm hoping that this will fill the bill. It's called I'm Blue, Sad, and Lonesome, and otherwise in despicable condition. But that has nothing to do with the usual causes. Staying up too late and listening to too many good musicians at the Brandywine Festival sometimes does that to you too. Okay, are we ready?
Oh, I'm blue, sad and I'm lonesome every time I hear your name. Yes, I'm blue, sad and I'm lonesome. Won't you please come back and stay? My dear, my heart cannot see that you were cheating on me until I found you to be in love with another, not me. Oh. Yes, I'm blue, sad and I'm lonesome every time I hear your name. Yes, I'm blue, sad and I'm lonesome. Won't you please come back and stay? Someday when you wonder why you left and passed me on by, remember I'm lonesome today because you left and went away. Yes, I'm blue, sad and I'm lonesome every time I hear your name. Yes, I'm blue, sad and I'm lonesome. Won't you please come back and stay? And so you now say goodbye and leave me here to cry. But still I'll always yearn for the day, my dear, when you're around.
We'd like to do one more song to wind up our part, and then call out to Highwoods and wind up everything else. So hold on to your hats. And this is the old time story. That's right. When Charlie Poole came up the river. It's the story of the history of old time music when Charlie Poole came up the river to New York. This last song we're going to do is called Liza Jane, or If I Had a Scolding Wife. Instead, this one's too hard.
Well, gonna have a shortage of wire.
What this song doesn't have in musical taste, it also lacks in ability. No, we lack in ability. Okay, let it rip or rap. You ready there, maestros? You can all whoop and holler or get up and leave during this song. had a scolding wife, I sure would whip her some. I'd run my finger down her throat and gag her with my thumb. Old true love, and she's all dressed in red. Well, she's the darling of my life, and I wish my wife was dead. No, I don't think Friday night my wife died, Saturday she was buried, on Sunday was my courting day, Monday I got married. My girl last night done it kind of sneaking. I kissed her lips, I hit her nose, the doggone thing was leaking.
Well, what are we going to do? I thought the Highwoods...
We'd all like to thank you all for coming. We've had a real good time with you.